Jordan Davis. A lot of questions surrounding his utilization in the Detroit game. Let's take a look at all 22 snaps and get a feel for exactly how he was used and how he played. What's up, Cerebral Football fans? My name is Steven Hyder. This is Gate City Sports Channel. Hey, if you're new to the channel, it's maybe the first, second, third time you caught my content and you enjoyed today's discussion. Hey, look, man, we just crossed over 6,300 subscribers. We're on a journey, a path towards 7,500. I would love for you to be a part of that equation. I'd love to add you to the Cerebral Football community. Just need you to subscribe to do that. To my OG subscribers here, you know what I ask you to do, guys. Smash that thumbs up button, hit the like button, help me spike the algorithm, and get this in front of new people that we could potentially convert into our little community here on YouTube. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead. Let's run the film and let's take a look at Jordan Davis. So, the first play of the game that features Jordan Davis comes on the first drive, but it's on a goal line rep here. We can see that the way the formation is set up, you got a little return action coming from a tight end here, and they're kind of stacked in together, right? I mean, they're all kind of bare fronts, but when you're covering the guard in both centers, but what's unique is two dudes in the A gap. Look at your A gaps, your B gaps. You know, you got Tua Pelotu there. You got, Jordan Davis there in the A gap. You got Hargrave, and you got some other guys out there in the B gap. I mean, look, there was an opportunity to make a play here. Ultimately, it didn't quite work out for us because we couldn't wrap up, we couldn't tackle, but the opportunity was there. From the wide angle, the lens here, what we get is second possession of the game, first play of the second possession, 50 front here from the defensive unit. And Jordan Davis does a really good job here of gap and a half. Watch Frank Ragnow as he kind of pulls there. He's right on his hip, and he's definitely playing that hip. I mean, that's good penetration. That's a good job by Jordan Davis here in terms of run defense. Third possession of the football game here. Once again, we come back out in the 50 front with two overhangs. This is the first opportunity to see him in a pass rush kind of situation. Not a lot to look at here, guys. I'll admit there's not too much to go off of here. He's playing against a really good center in Frank Ragnow, to be fair. But we do get a chance to see that he knocks them into a situation where they feel more comfortable throwing than running at him. Fourth possession of the football game. Second through fourth possession, guys, remember, we're 3 and out. I mean, just the effect that Jordan Davis and, Marlon Tui Pelotu and that shake-up in the defensive line had through shutting down the run for that sequence of plays here. Right here, he's zero shaded. It looks like a zero shade or a true zero technique to me. And, yeah, he shoots the gap a little bit, but we get a back-to-back sequence of plays here on the fourth possession. It's kind of the first time that I've noticed it in the game here so far. And he's dominant, guys. I mean, you can see how disruptive he is on that defensive front. I'm going to give you a zoomed-in version of it right here. You can see, man, I mean, he's just creating a lot of traffic, a lot of bodies around him because it's pretty hard to push him out of a gap. I mean, that's a big man to try to move up out of a gap here if you're an offensive lineman. And you got one of the game's best centers trying to do it and struggling. Fifth possession. I really want to show you this one because of the gaps. Show you guys, give you a little bit of a clue about gaps and why it's important to keep your linebackers clean and being able to scrape over the top, as you can see here, right? You got Kaiser White and you got Jordan Davis who have A-gap responsibility. When you got a guy like Jordan Davis keeping you clean, it's pretty easy to scrape over the top and make tackles like this one. This possession's a little bit more difficult to describe, guys, because it takes a lot longer for him to get back in the game. I don't know if this is conditioning, just preferences of the coaches. I can't say, guys, it's tough without talking again. But what you can see here is a lot of window dressing from the Detroit Lions, right? Those in motions and return motions and, all kinds of different motioning to try to confuse the look of the defense. But Davis does a pretty good job here. Finally, the Lions say, look, we're down here on the goal line. We're getting tired of running at this big guy. We're going to run away from him. You can see where they have the tight end on this play, right in that wing position. They're trying to get numbers on the outside. Does a really good job of helping us pick up the safety. Well, for them, picking up the safety, picking up the corner, giving them the numbers they need to get this ball into the end zone. TJ Edwards, there's just no chance for him to scrape over the top quick enough to shut that down. That's a really, really difficult ask. Finally, Detroit's so scared they just decide to put their knee on the ball. No, I'm just joking, guys. To begin the second half, the Philadelphia Eagles come out in a 50 front again with Jordan Davis here as the nose tackle. You can see here, it's just a quick little play action pass here. They're trying to max protect. They're making that in motion. See the in motion to try to help keep defenders off of their quarterback. It's really hard to get pressure when they do this type of stuff, guys. It's quick rhythm pattern throws, and they're max protecting to keep us off of them. First run of the second half. I want to point a couple things out here. It's still a 50 front. Jordan Davis in as the nose tackle. So we can see that's kind of what they're leaning to is their run defense. But it's also 8 in the box. If you watch the fact that Gardner Johnson, TJ Edwards, Avonte Maddox, the Eagles are getting tired of this crap. Now they're starting to put 8 in the box. Continuing the theme of good run defense here. Jordan Davis, they double to Jordan Davis and they leave Fletcher one-on-one with like a second, third string right guard. Not a smart decision because Fletcher Cox easily wins this once he gets ready to shed this block and get to the ball carrier. This is the type of thing that a guy like Jordan Davis can do for your defense. Him and Fletcher Cox beside each other in that heavy defensive tackle set. As I mentioned before, we had an opportunity to get off the field here twice. Once they got us on a third down run, which I've mentioned here. But also on this play right here, they doubled to the big guy, to Jordan Davis, which gives us a one-on-one opportunity here. With Javon Hargrave, who's a tremendous interior pass rusher, and he gets through for a second. Make matters worse, not only does he affect the throw ends up coming right into Slay, but Slay can't hang on to it. It's unfortunate. Part of what Detroit was doing to try to slow us down is they started running a lot of misdirection, a lot of that motion things like that, right? They started using traps and gap blocking for their running game, and then they were hitting us with screens. This is a good example. What you see here is a cover 3 concept in my opinion. It's the first time you see a 50 front. From what I could tell, I may have missed it because I'm not really paying attention to the secondary, but it's behind a single high safety. This is cover 3. But unfortunately, they gash us here with a little bit of a screen pass. All right, I labeled this one a pure pass rush set for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's a 4-man front, right? I mean, mostly what we've been seeing is 50 fronts with Jordan Davis. This is a 4-man front. And then look at the spacing here with everybody. This is an opportunity to try to get you a bull rush or a quick swim move. Giving him an opportunity to go one-on-one with Frank Ragnow, who's one of the best centers in the NFL. So, I mean, this is definitely a good learning lesson for the young man playing this caliber talent. We got another goal line rep late in the game here. Obviously, he's a big part of our goal line defense. But outside of that, just take a look at some of the motioning you see here. You've got a jet motion from one of the tight ends, and then they bring the other tight end around for a gap assignment. This is clearly a gap blocking assignment here. And, I mean, it works. They get some yardage out of this, gets them a little closer to the line. Once again, another pure goal line situation here. I actually think Jordan Davis does a pretty good job on this play. It's just running back shows pretty good patience here, guys. I mean, he picks a spot well. You can see the motion, here. And Davis breaks through. He does break through. He's got to, get his eyes up and look for the ball carrier. There's tactics to that rip and shed. You got to still keep your eyes looking for the ball carrier. Most of the time that Jordan Davis was in the football game, you just didn't have a lot of opportunities for the Lions to really gash us in the running game. It really happened with him off the field, to be quite honest. But this is the one example I found on the film to where we got gashed with him in the game. And this is not shade at TJ Edwards. I think people are taking things too far on TJ Edwards. He's a really, really good run defender. But this was a bad rep here because he tries to run around instead of ripping through his block and getting through that and shutting this play down, which is unfortunate. We get another pass rush opportunity here to analyze Jordan Davis. And this is good reps against Frank Ragnow because it's tough to get by this man. I mean, Frank Ragnow he's pretty good. He's a really, really good pass protector, and he get dirty in the running game too. With that said, even with Frank Ragnow in the game, you can see right here, as you watch the close-up shot, they still have to lend him a little hand. Or giving these, guards to kind of come over and chip and hit Jordan Davis as well, even with a guy like Ragnow at center. One last pass rush opportunity here. I mean, Frank Ragnow, man, he's a tough guy, but you can see it's an opportunity to kind of bull rush here. They give you an opportunity to really try to get upfield and try to create some pressure here. I will admit, though, this is a tough team to get a tremendous amount of pressure on and to get sacks on, just because Goff's not going to hold the ball. Goff doesn't want to be hit, and he gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly. I mean, everything I'm watching, it's all really quick rhythm and timing passes. It's no wonder to me that the pass rush seems to have fallen a little flat. I don't think there was adequate opportunity, honestly, to get home. Our last run stop opportunity of the football game here. Hey, I mean, great fight here between Jordan Davis and Frank Ragnow. That's a really good fight there. I mean, you see two guys really going at it here. But I got to give Milton Williams kind of credit on this play. Watch Milton Williams. Milton's, he's fighting there. He's trying to fight through. He's got a double team on him, and he ends up slipping through the double team and making the play. So, I mean, positive things happen in the run game with him present and inside the mix. Some final thoughts here. I thought the young man was very, very effective in the run game. He's clearly got a role on goal line stance, the goal line defense. He's definitely part of the field goal block team. I noticed that on the film. And this is the guy that looks like to me when they go 50 front early on to try to stop the run, when they're early on in downs, he's your guy. He's your nose tackle that's going to play that. They seem to like to move him and Marlon Tuipulotu a little bit between the nose. I think both guys actually had really, really good games, if I'm being honest. I think both of these guys played tremendously well. I will say it's a little complicated with his pass rush move because I'm trying to grade him against probably one of the best centers in the NFL, and I don't know that's fair for your very first NFL start for you to get a definitive grade about your ability to pass rush your rookie season when you got the first guy up you're playing is somebody who's very good at doing this. So, I mean, I think that's still a little bit to be determined. I think it was a little underwhelming, but I'm not shocked because look who he was going up against. It's one of the best centers in the league. All right, y'all. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next video.